Thomas Tuchel reveals when Mateo Kovacic will return to Chelsea action following COVID-19 isolation. Chelsea boss Thomas Tuchel has revealed when the Blues expect to have midfielder Mateo Kovacic back in training at Cobham. The Croatian has been out since before the November international break due to a hamstring injury, before testing positive for COVID-19 recently. Speaking to the press ahead of Chelsea's clash against Everton on Thursday, Tuchel revealed when he expects to have his midfielder back. When asked about the Croatian, Tuchel said, "Right now it is Mateo out and Chile for injuries. Mateo is released, this is a good question. The day after tomorrow. Then we need to see. He was out for 7 or 8 weeks with injury, with COVID." The German continued to discuss how he will be cautious when bringing back his returning midfielders, despite the lack of numbers in the center of the park. He continued, "It's then one thing to have N'Golo Kante back now on the bench, one thing to get Mateo back at the end of the week. Is this really N'Golo Kante? Is this really Mateo? I doubt that. It would mean the others that are consistently training. It is not necessary to do this. It will take a while, but it will be a good day if both of them are back for us." The Blues face Everton on Thursday before travelling to Wolves on Sunday in the Premier League clash. Tuchel's side will hope to pick up 3 points as they look to challenge at the top of the table. Thomas Tuchel provides update on Romelu Lukaku's fitness ahead of Chelsea clash with Everton. Chelsea manager Thomas Tuchel has provided an update on striker Romelu Lukaku's fitness ahead of his side's midweek clash with Everton. The Blues are set to host the Toffees at Stamford Bridge on Thursday evening as they hope to close the gap at the top of the Premier League table with Manchester City. Lukaku has missed out on recent weeks' action due to an injury he picked up playing against Malmo. Speaking ahead of his side's midweek league clash, Thomas Tuchel provided fans with an update on his players' fitness. "Fitness we can debate endlessly," he told the press. "Player will say I am fit. Maybe some fitness coaches will agree, disagree, and then comes the head coach who maybe disagrees or agrees. It depends on the game, the intensity level of the game. We let him play some 70-something minutes against Zenit, then we had a lot of travelling and lack of sleep, a very intensive opponent with Leeds, so we decided not to put him in straight away. I think he can play 70 plus, but it depends how the game goes." Lukaku featured quickly upon his return in his side's 3-2 loss to West Ham, and Tuchel admitted he was wrong to bring the Belgian striker on. "It's my fault. I don't think Lukaku is ready for 45 minutes physically, but still we decided to bring him on for his height because we lost Kai Havertz." Antonio Rudiger reveals how he stays focused on Chelsea amid transfer speculation. Chelsea centre-back Antonio Rudiger has revealed how he stays focused on his side amid the transfer speculation that surrounds him. The German international has been linked with a move away from West London, with Real Madrid reportedly the frontrunners for his signature. Rudiger is one of several Blues defenders whose contract will expire at the end of the 2021-22 season, alongside Cesar Azpilicueta, Andreas Christensen and Thiago Silva. Speaking ahead of Chelsea's clash with Everton on Thursday evening, Rudiger revealed he doesn't struggle focusing on his side amidst contract talks. "To be honest, it was easy," he said, as quoted by Football Daily. "There was also a lot of noise when the last coach, Frank Lampard, was sacked. There was a lot of negative rumors and stuff like this. I kept doing what I'm doing. I don't get easily shaken." With speculation amount around the German international's future, Rudiger has announced that he is happy in West London. "The most important thing is that I feel happy here. I think if people look at it, they can see I'm happy. About the contract situation, I talk with the club. This is for nobody's ears. It was how I said it would be after the Euros, there would be talks. There was a talk between Marina Granovskaya and my agent. We have the situation where we are at now, and I have nothing to do with all the speculation. This is not in my mind. I'm focused on what I'm doing because this is why I wake up every morning." Thomas Tuchel refuses to confirm Chelsea's recall clause has expired in Conor Gallagher's Crystal Palace loan move. Chelsea boss Thomas Tuchel has refused to clarify whether Blues loanee Conor Gallagher can be recalled by the club from his loan spell at Crystal Palace in January. The midfielder has had an impressive season so far, scoring his sixth goal of the campaign against Everton at the weekend. Speaking to the press ahead of Chelsea's upcoming clash against the Toffees, Tuchel refused to discuss details of his loan contract. It was previously thought that Chelsea could try and bring Gallagher back to the club in January due to a midfield crisis which saw N'Golo Kante, Mateo Kovacic, Jorginho, Trevoh Chalobah and Ruben Loftus-Cheek all out with injuries at different times. It was recently reported that Chelsea can no longer recall Gallagher in January due to him playing over 50% of the matches for Patrick Vieira's side on loan this season. When asked about whether he can be recalled, Tuchel refused to be drawn into talk as he said, "No. I will not clarify. It is details of a contract and this will not be discussed in press conferences." The German then continued to heap praise upon his lone midfielder, who is reportedly set to return to Chelsea next season. He said, "I said many times how much we like Conor, how well he is doing. We saw his goals, we see his performances all the time. We need to work our issues out that we are a bit unlucky having injuries in the center of our game. We are suffering from it but this has nothing to do with Conor. Therefore, it seems unlikely that Gallagher will return to the club in January." Hakim Ziyesh not happy at Chelsea amid interest from Borussia Dortmund. Chelsea forward Hakim Ziyesh is not happy in West London and could move away from the club amid interest from Borussia Dortmund, according to reports. The Moroccan international joined the Blues in 2020 for a fee worth €40 million and has since struggled to break into Thomas Tuchel's starting 11. In his time at the club he has made a total of 30 league appearances, in which he has scored just 3 goals. As per Sport Bild, via Sport Witness, Ziyech is not satisfied with the limited game time he is receiving under manager Thomas Tuchel at Chelsea. Borussia Dortmund have identified the forward as a potential candidate ahead of the upcoming January transfer window. Dortmund are in need of another forward player, after losing Jadon Sancho to Manchester United in the summer, and Ziyech could fit the bill. There is, however, no news as of yet as to whether Chelsea are willing to let the player go in January. Ziyech has been vocal with his lack of game time under Tuchel, insisting that it is up to him to prove to the manager that he deserves the opportunity. "I think I'm one of Chelsea's best 11, he said. But a manager chooses his team game by game, and he decides what he needs. It's up to me to show him that I should be playing, and I think I'm on the right track now." Lazio keen to sign Chelsea duo Emerson Palmieri and Callum Hudson-Odoi. Former Chelsea boss Maurizio Sarri is targeting Blues duo Emerson Palmieri and Callum Hudson-Odoi for potential transfer moves next year, according to reports in Italy. The pair played for the Italian during his time at Stamford Bridge and were key parts of the Europa League winning side. As per Il Messaggero, Emerson is the leading target for Lazio whilst Hudson-Odoi is also being targeted. The report states that next summer's transfer window could see the Serie A side up their pursuit for the pair, once Emerson's loan deal at Lyon has concluded. Emerson joined the French club on loan in the summer after winning the UEFA Champions League and Euro 2020, with Ben Chilwell and Marcos Alonso ahead of Emerson in the pecking order at left back. A loan move was granted. However, the Blues could potentially recall Emerson in January due to Ben Chilwell's injury. Hudson-Odoi, on the other hand, stayed at the club after being denied a loan move to Borussia Dortmund. He showed his quality as Chelsea faced an injury crisis in the front three, but since the return of Timo Werner and Romelu Lukaku, Hudson-Odoi has been benched. It has recently been reported that the winger will definitely not leave Chelsea in January. Chelsea will be hoping Hudson-Odoi can continue his form throughout the season, as will the winger, who will be pushing for a spot in England's squad for the World Cup next year and show that he has what it takes to stay at the club. "We need to get back to winning ways," Marcos Alonso's message to Chelsea ahead of Everton clash. Chelsea left-back Marcos Alonso has spoken out ahead of his side's midweek Premier League clash with Everton on Thursday evening, insisting his team need to get back to winning ways. The Blues spent a few weeks on top of the league table, before a poor run of results led them to a third-place spot behind league rivals Manchester City and Liverpool. The top three sides are now separated by a point either side, with Pep Guardiola's Manchester City at the helm. Speaking ahead of his side's midweek clash with Everton, Alonso discussed how important it is for his side to start winning games again. There are so many points in 1 month and it can change a lot, so we have to be ready for that, Alonso told the official Chelsea website. We were top of the table until recently and that's where we're aiming to be at the end of the season. We need to come back stronger all together and get back to winning ways. The most important thing is to focus on ourselves, do our job and then look at the table at the end of the season. In their last 3 matches, Thomas Tuchel's boys have conceded 8 goals, having only conceded 9 in their previous 21 clashes. This is mainly due to a number of injuries affecting the squad due to their hectic fixture calendar. That's the calendar these days and we have to simply cope with it, Alonso continued. It's not perfect for football for me because it becomes more important the physicality than the quality and I don't think that helps, but it is what it is. We have to try to manage our recovery with the game time and try to be 100% ready all the time because every game is tough.
That is on Chelsea News today. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much. Goodbye and see you by tomorrow news.